Hey everyone, welcome back to Lace Up Channel. My name's Mickey. Today we're going to talk about the number one killer to your profit margins. Something so deadly, so secretive, so incognito that you have no idea. Year over year, it's stealing 3% of your profit margins. And if you don't pay attention to this little thing, in 10 years your business will be broke. That little thing is inflation. In this video, we're going to cover the consumer price index that just came out for March and how inflation has really taken hold relative to previous years. This year, due to all the stimulus, due to coronavirus, due to all of the money printing that's occurred, prices in food and beverage items have increased steadily. We're going to let you know just how much food prices are increasing month over month. We're going to let you know how much they've increased in the last 12 months. We are going to let you know what you need to do about your food prices, your beverage prices moving forward, and hopefully moving into the future, you'll be more prepared to hedge against the incoming storm of inflation that is inevitable. Anyways, before we get into it, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to pop out content like this every single day. But anyways, back to the video. So every single month, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics puts out a report called the Consumer Price Index, as I mentioned. That report looks something like this. So you can see that it shows a seasonally adjusted changes from previous months or preceding months. Right here is all the categories that they track. This is a Consumer Price Index, which is a basket of goods. Okay, a basket of goods that a normal consumer buys at a store every single day. So in here you have food, food at home, food away from home, energy, okay? You have oil, you've got gas, you've got all these different things that go into this basket of goods, and together they give you aggregate inflation numbers, okay? This is what the Federal Reserve really looks at when deciding whether or not to raise or lower interest rates, whether or not to print or print less money, right? These are the aspects that really control the economy. But today we're really going to be honing in on the food values because I know that most of you distribute food and beverages. So if we look here, okay, I'm going to cover the last 4 months to price changes in the food industry, as well as I'm going to cover the entire year so that you guys know just how much inflation is going on in your industry. So in the food industry, check this out. The last 4 months, in December, prices went up 0.3%. In January, 0.1%. In February, 0.2%. In March, 0.1%, for an aggregate total over the last year, over the last 12 months, okay, of 3.5%. So in the last 365 days, prices for food items have increased by 3.5%. Now this is for aggregate food, right? Including both at-home food and food away from home, which include restaurants. Now to be more specific, for food at home, that percentage is 3.3%. So, for instance, the price of an apple last year, if it were $1, this year it'd be $1.03. Okay, and little by little, that inflation chips away your profit margins, which is what I want you to be cognizant of. But anyways, let's get into some specific food categories that are more applicable to your business. So, for example, trailing 12 months for cereal and bakery items are up 2.6%. Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs are up 5.4%. Dairy and related items, 1.6%. Fruits and vegetables, 3.8%. Non-alcoholic beverages, 3.2%. And other foods at home, 2.2%. Now, keep in mind, this is extremely important because this is the increase to the prices of your goods. Okay, you guys need to be cognizant that the prices are going up, so you can't be battling your fellow distributor that sells the same product as a race down to the bottom, because all you're doing is you're killing the take-home pay for your business. So now that you kind of understand where inflation has been for the last year, it's super important to understand where it's going. I think inflation is going to go much higher from here because the amount of money that the Federal Reserve has printed over the last year has been unprecedented. And now that people are going back to work, kids are going back to school, the economy is starting to move again, all that money that was put into the economy is going to start rotating, or it's going to start moving through the economy, something called the velocity of money. And as this velocity increases and as more money is spent, okay, the demand for all these goods is going to go up, thus driving the price up because now there's more money in the economy. So I think next year we're going to see inflation values of 4, 5, maybe even 6%. Now, I'm not saying this with 100% certainty, but in my opinion, it's inevitable because you can't print all this money, give it to people, kind of like throwing money out of a helicopter, what they call helicopter money, and expect them not to spend it. Eventually, they're going to spend it. Eventually, prices are going to go up, and you should know that this is going to happen because you need to anticipate. Okay, you need to be ready for when this happens in order to really take advantage of this situation. Now, I hate to use that word, take advantage, but would you rather be the person that's in front of this and actually accounts for it and doesn't lose any money, or the person that's got no idea it's coming and then it just hits you in the face, right? Like a semi-truck, and all of a sudden your profit margins have been compromised. So what I want you to do is really consider where I think it's going. I may be wrong, right? I may be completely off base, but I truly believe that this is coming. So now that you know where inflation has been, where I think it's going, what should you do? My opinion is to save the website for the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. I want you to keep an eye on every month the Consumer Price Index and really see how prices are fluctuating. Because if prices are fluctuating more, right, than your profit margin essentially, or more than what you anticipated to flow down to your profit margin, what you need to do is adjust your prices accordingly. You really do, because if you don't, it's a race down to zero and you will end up broke, because this isn't going to stop anytime soon. Maybe the government raises interest rates, or maybe the Fed raises interest rates, Maybe something like that happens and causes a temporary deflationary environment, but eventually everything's got to kick back up, right? And the more that they crank out the money printer, the more that they stimulate the economy, the more prices will rise, and you should be aware of it, which is why I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you take it to heart. If you have any additional comments, hit me down below. Apart from that, like the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel right now. I'm trying to push out content like this every single week, and I really hope that you have a great day. Take care.